I'm interested in working with individuals with autism spectrum disorder because I want to help them improve their life outcomes. I am passionate about changing individuals' behaviors through scientific and evidence-based methods. I enjoy seeing the parents and the child happy with the services that I provide. Briefly describe yourself and your work. My work ethic is devoted and persistent. I come on time to work and I show up for my clients. I'm always giving all my effort and time to them. I often go the extra mile by honoring their requests or by making extra time for them. Although hard skills like the science and method and documentation of ABA is highly important to the individual's treatment plan, I also bring interpersonal skills. I work well in teams because I'm interested in implementing everyone's ideas into the behavioral treatment plan. I listen carefully and actively and respect everyone's opinions. My experience working on a team has been very positive and transforming. I'm able to cooperate and exchange ideas with colleagues and supervisors, and I enjoy incorporating all our ideas to reach a common goal. It's truly rewarding to see when we're accomplishing something together and to see the client and their families happy. Working on a team. What do you enjoy most and what do you find most challenging about working on a team? My experience working on a team has been very positive and transforming. Describe a time when you just experienced conflict while working on a team. What did you do to resolve this conflict? Would you handle it the same way again? If not, what would you do differently? I experienced conflict while working on a team when my supervisor gave me constructive feedback. She had told me that I wasn't leaving my finger long enough on the walkie-talkie for others to hear what I was saying. The first time I said okay, and the second time the incident happened, I didn't say anything, which could have been understood and interpreted by my supervisor as me being upset. However, despite that, I didn't take it personally, and I made extra effort and care to show her that what she said was important by holding my finger longer before and after I spoke on the walkie-talkie. How would you describe your ability to receive constructive criticism and to adapt your performance based on this feedback? I receive constructive criticism very well. I don't take it personally, and I carefully and respectfully listen to my colleague and supervisor's advice. I implement it into the actions that they've corrected me on. For example, when the instructor told me to add the phrase, "This concludes today's announcements," the next morning I added that to the end of the announcements. I added that statement. I took care to make sure that I said that statement at the end. This ensures that no one is uncomfortable on the team and that they can see that I'm generally making a team effort because I enact what they advise. I also create a safe space where they feel open to speak their minds and be themselves at work. Briefly describe the experience that you have working with typically developing children. How do you think this experience will help you in the role of an instructor I've supervised and instructed children how to behave in the hallways and in the office. I've always spoken to them gently and politely, understanding that they are still very young children. I've said things like, please be quiet in the hallways, please don't run in the hallways, please sit quietly in the office. When those weren't effective, I interacted with the children and I was transparent with them. I explained the reasons why we're quiet in the hallways, why we have to be quiet in the office. And I've said we're quiet in the office because we have to be respectful. These experiences will help me as an instructor therapist because I'll be respectful and transparent with the children. Regardless of their condition, I'll ensure their safety and understanding of their ASD condition. I also take the time to explain why we do things, never assuming that the child doesn't understand, because children are very capable.
Briefly describe the experience that you have working with individuals of cultures other than your own. What lessons or strategies have you learned from this experience?
I've learned to be patient and carefully and respectfully listen to the opinions and ideas and gestures of what other people are trying to communicate to me. I've learned not to interpret their actions or their gestures in a negative way and their tone of voice, but to be open to what they're saying and so I can be of best service to them.
Why are you interested in working in the field of applied behavior analysis?
I'm interested in working in the field of ABA because I'm passionate about helping individuals with ASD change their lives for the better and to have better outcomes academically and personally. I truly want to be a part of improving their lives, and enacting that in behavioral treatment plans is one way I can do that.
In your own words, explain the distinction between applied behavior analysis and intensive behavioral intervention.
ABA is a behavioral intervention that can be used in the home, school, and in public without a set time schedule. On the other hand, IBI is very intensive. It occurs on a regular time schedule at a regular pace and often occurs in the home setting or another structured, controlled environments.
What are your career goals? What are some strategies that you will use to achieve them?
My career goals are to eventually have my own ABA practice so I can work directly with the children and their families. I will continue to get work under supervision of my colleagues and my supervisor, and I'll take their constructive criticism into my actions so that I will have a well-rounded foundation. Like all ABA practitioners, I will also keep up to date on my knowledge and skills and competence so that I can better serve clients in ever-changing environment that we have in the fields of ABA.